Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your very late night, probably almost early morning, late night, late out of the day, whatever the fuck it will be. AEW Dynamite review. The reason why I didn't do review earlier because I had shit to do, plus stuff on my iPad. Sometimes with my iPad, it gets to 100, turns off. It's hard to turn back on. It's some stupid shit because I like using my iPad for recording videos. It allows me to do as long as videos I possibly can and all that kind of stuff. It's good stuff. Grab your Coca-Colas, drink my Nestle, buy me some bitches, go, oh shit, let's talk about this show. Some people thought the show was okay or whatever. I disagree. I thought the show didn't have any star power. I mean, sure, Jericho's on the show, whatever. Just the show didn't feel intriguing, you know what I mean? Good stuff. Just didn't feel exciting, okay? Let's just be honest with you. Not an exciting show, in my opinion. Definitely next week's Grand Slam looks bigger because it's going to be an Arthur Ashe. They treat it like a big show because, you know, they can't get Madison Square Garden, but they'll get, like, the second best, I guess. Even though I didn't know what Arthur Ashe Stadium was. I don't even think it's a stadium, but I didn't know what Arthur Ashe was until AEW did their shows, so, like, whatever. So, okay. Let's talk about the show there. The show started with Jon Moxley defeating Chad, what's the stupid name? Fucking... Well, he defeated Big Bill, guys. Defeated Big Bill. A brawl breaks out with Mox and Bryan Danielson with Big Bill and Ricky Starks. Claudia runs out to give BBC the advantage or whatever, and then eventually we see Jon Moxley backstage confronted by Rey Fenix, and the International Championship set for the Grand Slam because, get it, Moxley injured Rey Fenix. Like, I don't get it. Like, what, Moxley's a tweener now? The group is tweeners now because of Rey Fenix's... What they did was heelish, and now they're it makes no sense. Again, the whole Bryan Danielson becoming a face out of no reason just made no sense. Because Getty, like Ricky Steamboat, he's another dragon. It makes no sense, but whatever. Then, Konosuke Takeshita, whatever, Don Callis reveals his next masterpiece. And his next masterpiece is his next target being Kota Ibushi. And he knows that hunting Kota is another way to hurt Kenny. Wow, very intriguing, whatever. Bryan Danielson challenges Ricky Starks and Bill Biggs in a tag team match against him and Claudio on Collision. You would think, shouldn't they try to do something to make people care about next week's show? Even though or shouldn't they just do with Moxley on Collision? Like, whatever, man. Eventually, then see Claudio gets confronted by Eddie Kingston or whatever. Backstage, we see Orange Cassidy getting interviewed by Renee. And he says that he's tired. And for some reason, Hook was there. This made no sense. Whatever. But get it, it's Orange Cassidy being Orange Cassidy. Like, how is that funny? Like, whatever. Just looks stupid. Toni Storm won the Fatal 4-Way, because they always do Fatal 4-Ways with women, because apparently it's a prestigious thing for the women to do. She defeated Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, and Nyla Rose, and it will be Toni Storm versus Saraya for the women's title Grand Slam. Because get it, last year she was the women's champion, and now Paige or Saraya debuted last year, and now they're gonna have their one-on-one match at Grand Slams, like whatever, you know. I thought, like, Britt Baker, it would kind of make some sense with Britt Baker, and then you eventually maybe build to Toni Storm and Saraya in, like, a pay-per-view match, maybe? I mean, whatever. At least they're trying to make next week's intriguing somewhat, but it's like, whatever, you know what I mean, folks? Then we get Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara in the ring. They talk about how they're having their first match together next week. Why? No one knows. Again, the reason why fucking they're having a match because they've been having problems and they want to resolve their problems in a match. Wouldn't that make them like distant from each other or whatever? I don't fucking know. They says it's been together for 4 years. Jericho watched Sammy wrestle in NWA and knew that he had star potential, and that's why he got him in AEW, but didn't like the panda he was wearing. Sammy thinks, I mean, I still remember that. Like, what the fuck? Sammy thanks Jericho and says that he's gonna next week he's gonna say that what is next week is all about. It's about proving that he's ready and to make that next step. Sammy has to beat Jericho to prove that he could be ready to reach that next level. And Jericho says, yeah, I agree, and he doesn't think Sammy's ready, and he doesn't think Sammy at Jericho's level yet, and he's not ready to be the man. Sammy says, that's the problem. Jericho stopped believing in Sammy, and that's why Sammy's going to give all he's got to beat him next week. They agreed that no matter what happens, they'll shake hands, become tag champs, and, you know, go beat the shit out of each other. I don't want any other way. Like, they just want to have a good match for these fans. Like, it's just, again, it's the gay fucking babyface versus babyface type of shit. Well, it's not even that intriguing because I don't really care for Sammy Guevara. Whatever. Oh, he's becoming his own self. Like, I mean, was this terrible? No. Will it be intriguing? Sure. Like, it's just like you kind of know what's going to happen. Like, it's like you would think, even though they didn't do the whole, oh, dissension, it leads to them breaking up and facing each other cliche. But it's like, why even to tease that dissension anyways? Like, what's the point of it? And then, like, wouldn't that lead to them having now more issues after the match? And when they're trying to chase the tag titles? And I thought they were weren't they supposed to go after the tag titles a week ago? And they just gave us a stupid match for no reason? That's what they announced, didn't they? Whatever. Apparently MJF did Steiner's math promo on Samoa Joe. Because, again, people like to rip off fucking Scott Steiner. Because that's like, I don't know. Don't say that Scott Steiner is influential. Like, fucking, Scott Steiner is the fucking man. They always have to rip it off when he's against Braun Breaker or Samoa Joe because Samoa Joe's fucking fat. MJ says, see, normally it would be a one-on-one against another wrestler, but you got 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got 25% at best to beat me. Then you add my boy Cole watching my back into the mix. That chances is just rescue on down. See, at our match at Grand Slam, you get 33 and a 1/3 chance of winning, which I got 66 and a 2/3 chance of winning because everyone in New York knows that you can't beat me. So Samoa Joe, you could take your 33 and the 1/3 chance minus the 25% chance, and you get a 1/3 chance of winning a Grand Slam. But then you take my 75% of winning, since we're wrestling in my home state of New York, and then you get 66 and a 2/3% chance. I got 141 and 2/3% chance of winning Grand Slam. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for your Arthur Ashe. I can't lie, that was not fucking bad. It's just, again, it's kind of rip off of Scott Steiner, mentioning the 33rd and you know. It wasn't terrible. Sure, he added a little mix, but you kind of basically ripped off Scott Steiner. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't fucking bad. Hangman Page defeats Brian Cage. This match happened because, get it, their history for the past 2 matches that happened like long time ago that no one fucking remembers, and they decided to have a match because, get it, he's associated with the person that he's feuding now. It's like, they have to make a reason to make people care about this match, and no one cares. Hangman challenges Swerve Strickland to next week. That you want my shot, then face me next week. And then Swerve's like, nah, I'm not gonna face you there. I'm gonna face you at Wrestle Dream in Seattle, which is my hometown, he says. It's like, whatever. What's really the story of this, besides the whole Chicago teacher thing? What is the story? Like, it just, why do they hate each other? Why does he want his spot for some reason? Like, I don't think you want to be known as a cowboy shit guy. I don't know. Whatever. For some reason, they announced Chris Stanlander and Jade Cargill on Rampage. So despite this is the TBS title, it should be defended on TBS instead of having it on Grand Slam. Do I have it on TNT on a taped show? How does that make any fucking sense? I don't fucking know. And no one's gonna fucking watch. Darby Allin, Nick Wayne defeats the Cool Hand Ang and Daddy Magic. Whatever. Christian, but this is the only good thing. This is one of those cool things on the show too. Christian says, Nick Wayne, after I got home last week, I scrolled through your mom's Instagram account, and there were a couple of things that bothered me. That first being, your mom doesn't post enough bikini pics, but don't worry, I sent her a special request. And I have another thing. You know, I challenge Sting and Darby next week in the Grand Slam. It'll be me and Dino. What? Oh yeah, whatever. It's gonna be him and Dino Man versus fucking Darby and Sting. So that's what happened. Again, Christian's a fucking savage. This good stuff. In the main event, Samoa Joe defeated Roderick Strong. Not that I gave a fuck about this match because I'm not really a big fan of Roderick Strong or like, you know, his supposed fucking in-ring ability or whatever. I'm not really a big fan of I mean, sure, there's a story with this match because, you know, they're trying to fucking face MJF and they're all having issues with MJF and Samoa Joe being one of the reasons why Roderick Strong got hurt. So there's a story with this. But the problem is, I don't really care because I'm not even a big fan of the idea of this match. I didn't care about this match really, and I just was kind of intrigued like maybe Samoa just was winning, you know? And plus I wouldn't care if Roderick Strong was winning because he's not really that like main eventer, intriguing type of guy, you know? Samoa Joe did win, but the match was like whatever, like not I give a fuck about. But then, you know, so we're getting Samoa Joe and MJF next week. I guess so. Yeah, MJF fucking spoiled the match result this week, didn't he? So what was the point of the main event? He kind of basically spoiled the idea. I don't even think he mentioned Roderick Strong because I thought I was paying attention at that moment. All I remember, Samoa Joe won. Roderick Strong gets up. He sees Adam Cole like, why is Adam Cole going to the ring? But then he sees Adam Cole and he kind of like fakes falling down, like. Whatever, he's like so in love with Adam Cole, like he remembers the days of the Undisputed Era when they were having gay fucking sex and shit, like whatever. And then, Adam Cole's like, you know what happened, and all the dissension, like, you know, it's Adam Cole's fault, blah, blah, blah. Adam Cole was going by the ring, and then right after that, Samoa Joe attacks him. Oh yeah, before that, he did say, I'm gonna take everything from you, MJF, kid. And then right after that, like, when Adam Cole was in the ring, or by rings, or the entranceway, Samoa Joe comes back out, chokes Adam Cole, and says, you see, I'm gonna take everything you love. So Samoa Joe, basically, the end of the show is basically Samoa Joe choking out Adam Cole, gay. So apparently MJF is what Adam Cole loves, like, because he's this bro macho, whatever, fuck, whatever. I mean, it's whatever. Sure, they're building up. There are certain things I did like the show. Really, just two promos: Christian Cage and MJF. Maybe Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho was okay, but it's like whatever. It's like whatever. But not. I didn't really care much about the show, either in ring wise or fucking whatever. You know, a lot of matches didn't have a real story. Moxley bleeds like again against Big Bill, like whatever. Over the show is whatever. You know. I guess next week will be a more intriguing show because they get it because there's gonna be your pay-per-view special on TV cliche, and that's like the only way they'll make the show intriguing because it's their pay-per-view special. Not that their pay-per-view specials lately have been good, but because this is like their bigger pay-per-view special, unlike just like with Winter is Coming, they treat like big shows on their months, on like certain months of the year. Grand Slam and Winter is Coming. Hopefully we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe some, you know, cool things will happen. I am a bit looking forward to maybe next week to see if it's going to be a good show or not. You know, can't really complain. If anything, fucking next week's show looks more intriguing. It literally looks more intriguing than All Out. That's for damn sure. it definitely looks more intriguing than fucking All Out. Because they've actually kind of bothered to kind of build up to the show a little bit. Apparently, the reason being because fucking Tony Khan and AEW has, like, low ticket sales for a Grand Slam. So that's kind of funny, but hey, it is what it is. I got another video coming about a certain attendance record. My god, they fucking lied, didn't they? They fucking lied about fucking AEW having fucking biggest record, you know, most people in attendance, and they fucking lied about it. Oh, video about that coming, and we'll definitely talk about the excuses and hypocrisy of people who criticize that. But overall, the show was kind of boring, in my honest opinion. Didn't really like the show, didn't really care for the show. It was really just a typical Dynamite. Sure, they build up to the show, but just whatever. It is what it is. I didn't like the show much, in my honest opinion. I thought the show was pretty boring. So yeah. That's what I want to say, people. Just keep real. Get your gains. Close my news. Sleep by missing bitches. Go oh shit, oh shit. That's what I'm going to say. Until next time. Peace. Yeah, bye. And I don't know, I did not care if I'd code out Bushi or whatever. Like, who gives a shit, okay? Till next time. Peace. Yeah, bye.